I just think based on paper and statistics, the underdog would be Vivian. And with that in mind, we're going to see Vivian serve right now to Irina.
That's right.
Oh,
what
boy,
a shot.
That was intense right there.
That was. I mean, the first play of the game, and it seems like both are dialed in right now. I think all of their shots went exactly where they were intending for them. Incredible display of athleticism already.
All right, an early lead here at 1-0.
It's a little bit long.
All right, so we're still continuing the trend of the rally scoring. So even though Vivian was serving there, she did hit that ball wide, which cost her a point and a side out. Boy, she painted that line with that two-handed backhand down the line.
That was another impressive shot there. Some more stuff on the court there.
They're very particular with the particles on the court.
Yes. I think with the wind we've been having, it's probably been moving some of that stuff around. Wow.
She hit like a knuckleball. Did you see that? That ball was knuckling.
No, just a little bit long.
Vivian with a smile on her face, but deep down she wants that one back.
Yep. She wishes she could re-hit that one.
But we've all been there. We've all hit those balls out that we thought we should never miss those, but we did. All right. So reiterating the rally scoring, see, this is where it comes into play because even though Irina was serving, she lost a point and lost the side out. So.
Seems like both of them are really trying to step it up a little bit. Be very precise with those shots, playing hard. And, you know, with high-risk shots, sometimes they're going to hit the net.
Yeah.
It's part of the game, though.
High risk, high reward.
That's right.
That's not a shot she misses normally.
No, it's not. Another good one there.
Boy, they are so good.
Yeah.
This is why we call them professionals, because they are so good at painting the lines. They put that ball exactly. Think of the margin they have there. That's about a 1-inch margin that they have.
And the one thing I noticed, too, when I first started watching professionals play is that there's always something on the ball. There's always a spin on it that they are intentionally placing for their particular shot style.
In Alabama, we call it the stinky cheese. You see how she tracked that ball? Irina knew not to come in there. She stayed back. She cut off that ball at an angle, and she was able to hit that ball back over. Now, she did miss that shot, so she's going to call a quick timeout.
Yes, and fortunately the microphone wasn't on her because I think we would have picked up a few select words from Irina as she was walking back to the player section there in this timeout.
Yeah, and to touch on that subject, I mean, they're competitors. You know, they're out here competing for money, and when there's a lot at stake, I mean, you're going to see their fierce competitive nature come out, and some people, you know, we just handle things differently. Everybody handles things a little different. Some choose to keep a smile on their face the whole time, also known as Cassandra Gerke, and then others are more intense with it, you know, and that's okay. Like, that's why we're unique in our.
Yep, that's one of the things that makes it great too, is that, you know, you can still compete, still do it the way that you want, but yeah, there are some people who get very frustrated with themselves, and that motivates them to step it up.
But also, I think that was very smart of her to call the timeout when she realized she was getting a little flustered, a little, you know, out of sorts. That's why she's a professional.
That's
again.
right. Just went a little bit wide there.
I think we have a referee error there. I think he misspoke on the score, so we'll correct that here real quick. Yeah, 8-4. Vivienne David up early in game one. I'm not totally surprised by this, actually. Look at that roll. Oh. Did Vivian get that? Did Vivian get that?
Angle. We're going to pull up on the Panel Tech instant replay. She
did get that. Oh, my
Nice
gosh.
shot.
I thought there was no way that Vivian was going to get to that ball in time.
That was impressive right there.
9-4. Oh, my goodness. Vivian is absolutely on fire right now, man.
She's dialed in, Scott.
Every shot she's hitting is just phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
Men's level 60 plus intermediate.
This is an absolute dominating performance right here by Vivienne David in game 1. But she's been working hard.
Oh, what a shot from Irina there.
I think Vivian actually. Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, so Vivian had called hers out over there. Yeah. Well, there we go. That's game 1.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay,
Yep.
there was a line call that was called out. Okay, I didn't.
Yep.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, Vivian's out call wasn't completely obvious to everybody, but yeah, she had called that Irina shot to her left out there.
Gotcha.
And that took home game 1, 11-4, Vivienne David over Irina Tereschenko.
Okay.
So I know you were talking a little bit about on paper, Irina being maybe a little bit more the dominant player there, and I think we just saw an example of how Vivienne David was dialed in. She found her flow and was able to just take that match home. She was the dominant force in that first game there.
Yeah, I mean, I just ate my words. I mean, that was not a 11-9, 12-10 type of game. That was an 11-4 dominating performance. Look, I'm not totally surprised by it, though. The David sisters are absolutely incredible. And they are able to really dial in and play their game. And they don't worry about anything else that's going on. So that's why I'm not 100% completely surprised.
Here we go. Game 2 of this Women's Pros semifinal match.
Of their flight.
Of their flight, yes.
There we go. I think we're going to see Irina come out a lot more aggressive and really, you can already see the energy that she has is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's already different. Like you just that point right there tells me she's coming out for some revenge here in game 2.
Yeah, she's using that as a motivation to step it up.
Clearly. She's got a friendly roll again.
Yeah.
I tell you, Vivian's in that zone right now. Every ball that she's hitting is going over.
Hits the ball out, gives us a smile. That's Vivienne David right there for you.
And that's her.
Yeah.
2-1. Slight advantage to Irina Tereschenko here in game 2. That is so good.
Just pushing her around back there.
You know when you're playing in that mode where you're just like everything you hit's just like working. That's where Vivian's at right now. She doesn't see anything else going around her. She's so dialed in. Incredible.
Yeah, in the sports psychology world, I believe that's when they call it the state of flow. I bring it up fairly often, and that's ultimately where any sports psychologist working with a student or an individual, that's constantly what they're trying to get them into. And we see right now that Vivian has found it, or is deceiving us that she has, because she is playing incredibly well.
Well, no, she's definitely in the flow. The thing is, Irina is the top. She's number 4 in the world for a reason. She lost game 1, but that doesn't mean she's going away. She's going to come back with a vengeance, and she's gonna cause a lot of problems for Vivian here in game 2. You can already tell. And I can just tell you right now, just watching body language, in game 1 she looked more defensive, a little more docile, maybe not really engaged 100%. And now she's completely engaged. Irina is focused on game 2. Game 1's in the books.
Yep. This is why she's a champion.
That's right. And we're gonna see why she's a champion here soon. She's not gonna just lay down and go away like we're seeing. She's turning it on thicker and really turning the heat up in the kitchen, for lack of a better term.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, it's a good timeout there. You'll see at the pro level, Eddie, the timeouts are very, very important, and the pros at the top of the game seem to know exactly when they need to pull the trigger on a timeout, where sometimes at the lower levels they don't always utilize their timeouts at the best opportunities or the best times. And so that's really, I think, one thing that we're going to see is the well-used timeouts.
Yeah, I agree. And I know Josh J, he always says you can't take them with you, so you might as well use them. And if you're going to use them, always good to be strategic with that.
So
you know,
true.
so what are some of the best points to call a timeout in your opinion?
Whenever the opponent rattles off 3 points in a row on you, it's a good time to use a timeout.
It's kind of your rule.
That's just a general rule of thumb. Also, when there's like a crazy point and you either come out on the losing end of that point and you're out of breath a little bit, maybe call a timeout, recover, regroup a little bit, and then obviously at match point. You always want to try to save one for match point. If you're down, let's say 10-9 or 10-8, you want to take that 60 seconds to gather your thoughts, recompose, and come out with a good game plan to try to, keep from getting eliminated in that match point.
So Vivian able to get 2 unreturned serves from Irina in a row there. 5-6 now.
What a shot by Vivian. Man, that is so good. You see, I don't know if you guys could see on the video, but watch Vivian's eyes. She was so locked in on that ball when when Irina hit it short. She knew exactly what she was going to do with it when she got there as well. Watch her attack that ball. Boom. Unbelievable.
6-6. Another timeout called here. Both players regrouping. I mean, Vivian is bringing it. But again, Irina, as you said, she's a champion, and she's not. She's going to come back strong after this timeout, I think.
Well, again, a well-used timeout, because right before the timeout, it was 6-2 when Vivian took a timeout. And now all of a sudden, Vivian's rattled off 4 points in a row and is tied up 6-6 in game 2. And Irina knows she's down a game, and now it's tied, and she needs to take that timeout to kind of recompose and make sure she comes out with game 2 here. Man, that is such good play by Vivian. Do you realize the soft touch that you have to hit that shot right there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. Being able to go from a hard forehand drive to a nice little soft backhand, I mean, that's talent right there.
She's always smiling. If she misses a shot or something, it's incredible that she can do that. 7-7. That ball was long. That's a good call by Irina there.
Eight.
A much different game in here in game 2, though.
It almost feels like a game 3, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. But that's because Irina knows the urgency of what she's having to deal with here. She's down a game. She pretty much got handled in that first game, to be real honest. And now it's a nail biter down to the finish here. Sometimes you need that ball to roll over just to give yourself just a little bit of like a breather. And she just wasn't able to get that ball to quite roll over when she wanted it, when she needed it the most.
Unlucky. 10-8, another timeout called. Irina looking to gather herself, come back, make sure she can win this, go on to a game 3.
I mean, is it safe to say that the David sisters in this bracket are like the dark horses, just coming in full force at everybody? I mean, this is incredible to watch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've been absolutely crushing it out there.
But, I mean, if you've been playing tennis or whatever for, since you were 3, I guess it's not such a big stretch to say that, All right, we are coming back to the action here. This is match point on the paddle of Abby David. I'm sorry, Vivienne David.
Vivienne David.
My apologies.
And that's it, guys. Vivienne David with a 2-game victory over Irina Tereschenko, 11-4 and 11-8.
My goodness, what did we just witness?
I mean, Vivian brought it. She was dialed in. She was incredibly consistent. She made very few errors out there. I don't know what else to say except for that was an unbelievable performance there.
I'm speechless. I'm going to go interview them, and we'll be right back.
That's right. Stay tuned, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Vivienne David here, the winner of that semifinal in your flight. How does that feel to come out with a victory against the number 4 player in the world, Irina Tereschenko?
It feels really nice. I mean, I was watching her play my sister earlier, and I love watching her play. She's just got it all. She plays like she's got so much variety, everything. So to be able to have won this one, which next time, who knows, but it was just a great experience. I loved it.
Absolutely, and for us as the commentators, we really enjoyed watching the back and forth, the chess match that goes on in singles. You looked like endurance-wise and stamina-wise, you seem fine. Are you feeling good?
Oh, I'm hot, but I'm good.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your big win, and we'll see you for the next round. I think you're going to be playing in the semifinals of the overall bracket here in a little bit.
Gotcha.
All right. Thanks, Vivian.